Hello, everyone. It's the start of a new weekly vlog. This is just the day after I ended the last one. So I ended the last one on Friday. It is Saturday. It's it can be later than like 4. Oh, it's 5 p.m. 5:16. In the back right now is me uploading the weekly vlog, scheduling it on uploading on YouTube right now. But I would like to just say that I'm already in the middle. Not in the middle. I have this much left. I'm reading Heart of Gold, which is the last book I told you guys I would start reading. Well, I will start reading next in general. I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. And this is book 5. I told you book 5 and 6 came off of hold, or I borrowed them. And then book 7 came off of hold today, this morning. So I have 3 Beverly Jenkins books. Then I have Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies. And I have Kill the Queen. And then I still have Sunny Disposition and the Neilani Singh book, book number 9. However, the audiobook isn't available for that one yet, but the ebook is. I might give the ebook back so that someone can read it. But watch me, the second I give it back, then the audiobook is going to be ready. I have like 10 days left to have it. Started with 14. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm reading this. I'm almost done with it. On page 227. And these books don't go over like 320. So I don't have much left. This one is less than 300 pages. So I don't have much left at all. 295. So yeah, after I finish this, I'll come to you with my last final thoughts, which is not going to be much because this is book 5 in the series. I don't want to spoil anything. And then, yeah, we can move on. See how long this weekly vlog goes. The minimum is 5 days, I've realized, because this weekly vlog that I'm uploading right now is 5 days. It was Monday through Friday. And this one is starting on Saturday. But this one might be Saturday to Friday. So, let's see. I'm reading a lot recently because I'm loving everything I'm reading. And I'm not hesitant about any book that I'm reading, except for Sunny Disposition. And it's just because I'm not feeling it anymore. I was feeling it when I put it on hold, but now I'm not. So I think I'm going to give that one back and leave it, give him back, not try to get a hold for it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. So I finished the book around an hour ago. It was great. I gave it 5 stars. I now have 6 and 7 that I can read from Miss Beverly Jenkins. I gave back Sunny Disposition and book 9, the ebook, to the Guild Hunter series by Neilani Singh because I don't have the audio book for it yet. So I gave those 2 back. So what I have that I could be reading is, again, books 6 and 7 in the Beverly Jenkins series, Kill the Queen, Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies. Those are the books I could be reading right now from Libby specifically. I also kind of want to read an adult fantasy. So because of that, I have one in mind, which is crazy. Here's the thing. The last book on my 25 to 25 is an adult fantasy. It's The Priory of the Orange Tree. So I should read that. But what I have in mind is, I think it's about the Blade itself. Because it's been available on my Libby for a while, but I think I might do the Priory of the Orange Tree. Just so I can get it out the way. Because I want December to be the slowest of slow months for reading. Like, I want December to only be books that just make me happy, give me life. Nothing that I need to read or feel a necessity to read, right? And honestly, the only thing I have a necessity to read is just my physical TBR in general. But one of those things would be The Priory of the Orange Tree. So I think I want to read that this month. So let's get to that, I guess. I'm not going to start it tonight. I don't feel like it. I'm just going to lay down, watch TV. Let me tell you how far I am in Blossoms in Adversity. Last time I talked to you guys, I was only on episode 3. And I don't think I talked to you guys since. But I'm around episode 10. And I'm liking it a lot more now. The character growth is character growthing. But no matter how much the character growth is character growthing, let me just say that I despise the main character, the female main characters, the FMC's parents. I don't know what it is, but the mother and the father, ugh. And I liked the dad because he played the emperor in Love Me Kill Me, and I liked him in that. But I don't like them. The mom is so weak. Now here's the thing: it's showing different ways women can be in this world when they have no power. You can be the meek and defenseless and whatever one who her mom is basically the prototype of, who can't do nothing on her own and would rather die than be without her husband. Then you can be like one of her aunts who is like the woman who puts all her faith into her male children because that's the only way she'll get better in life is if he gets better in his life and takes care of her. And then you have one of her other aunts who is more like not a vixen, because she's not a vixen, but more manipulative just for her own benefit. It's not to like harm anybody else, but it's mainly just for her benefit, right? And then you have someone like her other aunt who's more of what I would consider like regular, like average person, just trying to get love and be comfortable and safe, right? But the mother, since episode 1, she's pissed me off because episode 1, when all the men get taken away, she tries to end it all immediately. When I say immediately, I mean 14 seconds later. And her literal daughter finds her, and she's like, because my father is gone, you wanted to end it all. 14 seconds later, mind you, he's not dead. He's not set up for execution. He's not doing hard labor at the moment. He's literally just in jail. She's like, what about all the what about all your kids? What about the rest of your family? And she's like, I can't do it. Then one of the aunts wants to put silver in, like, the men are about to get shipped off far away. So she wants to put a little bit of silver in the lining of their jackets so that they can have a little bit of something when they get to where they're going. It gets found, and her daughter, the meek one's daughter, gets blamed for it and gets beaten, bloody back and all. The meek mother, knows who did it. It was one of the aunts. Instead of apologizing, she does this thing where she's like, she'll just forget it. It's okay. She pisses me off to the utmost of pissed offity. And then the father, the reason he pisses me off is because he's not really a father. Like, the main character loves her grandfather so much, and they have such an amazing, beautiful relationship. And honestly, she never talks to her father in the show so far, really. She said like 5 words to this man. And I just find that weird. They should have just made him a dead character, but instead they have him here just to stare at his daughter and his father and his own father have a better relationship than him and his own daughter. I find that weird. Like, they have nothing with each other, and that's what makes it even weirder when the mom wants to end it all. Because I'm like, what does this man do? Because he damn sure ain't parent. Like, he's not parenting, or he's not even being like the fun, cool dad, nothing. So I was like, what? Why is she so upset that this man is gone? And that's the thing. The FMC is not upset that her father's gone. She's upset that her grandfather is gone. Also, I do understand what people are talking about when they say that the male main character is very emotionless. He has some wide eyes. And I don't know how to, like, make that understandable, but his eyes are wide. He has a very interesting face. But honestly, if y'all could deal with that boy from Love of the Galaxy, y'all can deal with this one. Because that one, scrunch face to the screen. His face never unscrunched. Oh my god. Anyways, that's all I have to talk about. I'm just watching YouTube videos, and I'm very tired. So I think I'm gonna brush my teeth, wash my face, and go just lay down for the rest of the night. Mind you, it's only like 7 something, so it's very early. But first of all, it's pitch black outside because of, daylight savings. But I'm happy because daylight savings has saved my sleeping schedule. So yeah, I'm gonna brush my teeth. I already washed my face. I'm going to bed. I'm done for the night. I could read a whole nother book right now, but I'm not going to because I'm over it. So yeah, good night, and I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Bye. Hello. So my hair is blow dried. This is like only my first or second time. I can't remember if I did it before. Blow drying my own hair and not someone else doing it. So it probably doesn't look the greatest. And I can't tell because it's a small viewfinder. I mean, I know it looks crazy. Well, it's hair. It's black hair. It's big. It's always gonna be big. So, period. I just sometimes think I look like the Queen of Hearts from the live action Alice in Wonderland. I haven't read anything today. But I thought I should just give you guys a little update. It's Sunday, so I literally laid in bed until I washed my hair like Tuesday. It is Sunday. Girl, get it together. So I was like, okay, let me blow dry my hair. I'm kind of thinking about starting all over and cutting it all off. I did that once. I've done it once in my life, and it was when I was in college. But I was also technically in high school because it was dual enrollment, and I cut it all off while I was still. It was during COVID. It was like 2020. So this is the growth of it since 2021. I think 2021, and in my opinion, it's where I went natural when I was in middle school, and up until 2021 when I cut it all off, my hair was around this length. So in 4 years, it grew to the length it did in like 7-8 years. So that's great, but I feel like I'm kind of stunted in my growth, in my hair growth. One of my biggest goals is to have long, luxurious black hair. And black not in the color, but like black as in like ethnicity, race, right? Like I want to have curly, long hair because that's, in my opinion, my final evolution of loving my hair. I love my hair now. It's just I just get tired of it. Like I get one, I get bored of it, but two, I get lazy with it, right? But there was a time where I didn't like my hair, right? I didn't find it pretty, right? So that's when I permed my hair. And then I did the big chop when I was in middle school, and I had natural hair then. But I also didn't know what I was doing with my hair, and because I didn't know what I was doing, it didn't always look the best. It didn't look bad all the time, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to do hair, my own hair, so, right? And then I started to like my hair more once I cut it all off in 2021-ish. Like I started to really enjoy doing my hair. Since then, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down with like the amount of care I take in my hair and the amount of time I put into my hair. And I haven't put in enough time at all, in my opinion. So I'm trying to put more time into it, but so I think this is my first step. I think it's November. It's like mid-November now, I guess. I'm gonna check in like halfway through next year and see how drastic my hair has changed. If I like do well with it, like continue to moisturize it and oil the scalp and massage the scalp and not damage it or anything like that. I want to see how it looks, and if it doesn't look like it's improving, I think I might just do a big chop and start all over. Because I really enjoyed my hair when it was short, and I cut it like really short, and I really enjoyed doing my hair. It's just always that in between phase when your hair is grown out enough that it's not so simple to style it, but it's not long enough to like put in a ponytail yet or anything like that. But it's not short enough to just be like do my hair's done. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see about that. But I need my mom to cut my ends. So she's finishing reading a book. So I'm waiting for her to finish reading her book. So she's going to cut my ends. And most likely, I'm going to ask her to also, what is it called? Oil my scalp. Grease my scalp. This looks crazy. But I want to talk to you about some of the books that have come off a hold, but also I gave back and I borrowed again. It's a lot of them, and this isn't even all of them. So, Firstly, I gave back Kill the Queen. I'm just not in the mood. I just got this book in September for my birthday. I do not need to read it immediately. I have books that have been on my book backlog for years. This one does not need to get read immediately, right? So I took that off of hold. I gave that back to the library. I have books 6 and 7 of the Blessing series by Beverly Jenkins. I'm continuing with that and I'm loving that, so I'm having a great time with that. I also have The Inheritance of Oquidia Divino. That's not how you pronounce it, but that's the best I can do. I apologize. But I'm very excited about this. Quite a short book too, so we'll see how that goes. I have Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies. And then I started a reread a couple months ago of my Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs. And I got up until I read books 1 through 7 in like in 1 month. So I have number 8 here. I'm going to start the second half of the series. So I borrowed this one and I borrowed the audiobook for it. But I also borrowed, which I don't own, I borrowed the ebook for book 9, which is one of my favorites. It's Fire Touched. So I borrowed that one. I borrowed the ebook for that one. I'm almost fully own all of them. It's just I'm missing number 9, which is Fire Touched, and number 14, which is Winter's Lost. And then I borrowed ebooks for number 9 and 10 of the Neilani Singh series that we were just talking about in last video, because I'm first in line for both of those books, the audios. So yeah, that's what all the books. I'm very excited about actually all of these. So I'm excited to read them. I haven't read anything yet, but I will start a couple of them today probably. So there's that. And my mom just texted me saying she's ready to trim my ends. Not my edges, my ends. So I'll see you guys in a later clip. Alright. Bye. Hello, everyone. It is officially Monday. I did a lot yesterday. Well, not a lot. I'm lying. But I got my hair trimmed and I finished Night Broken by Patricia Briggs. What else did I do? I didn't do a lot. And I continued to watch Blossoms in Adversity. But this morning, I woke up a little later than usual. I woke up at 9 something, which is a little later than I usually do nowadays. But I think that melatonin knocked me out. So I'm going to blame it on the melatonin. My hair looks crazy. It's in 3 sections right now because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I think I'm going to put it in like braids so that, because it's kind of blow dry, kind of not. I'm going to put it in braids. So then it will be flat to my head at least. And then I could wear wigs if I want to, or I could just undo the braids and it'll be a curly nice little fro. So I think I'll do that today as well. I wanted to go out and do some gardening today, but I woke up a little later, so it's getting warmer outside now. So I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I'm going to redo my composting bin, because I have compost in the fridge and I have like scraps in the fridge. I have a lot of toilet paper rolls and like brown litter, and because it's fall, there's a lot of leaves on the floor, so I have a lot of leaves that I need to put in the compost as well. And because I'm not growing anything right now, I'm gonna make 2 of the planter boxes because they already have holes in them. I'm gonna make 2 of those also compost bins because there's a lot of dirt. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll still do it today. Let me see. I hate heat. So let's see. It's only 60 degrees. That's not bad at all, actually. I also want to go to the gym today. So I think I'm going to go to the gym today and do the gardening stuff tomorrow, a little earlier, because for the rest of this week after tomorrow, it's not going to be that cool until the end of the week or next week. And it's still not getting as cold as it should be in November. So that's upsetting me as well. But this morning I woke up and immediately started reading, because when you enjoy the books that you're reading, you don't want to do anything else. So I started For Your Love by Beverly Jenkins. This is book 6 in the series. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really liking it. Sometimes these covers mean absolutely nothing because nothing about this cover goes with this book. But maybe later on in the book it will. But so far not. I'm only 72 pages in, which is a fourth through the book. That's all I've really done so far. I've brushed my teeth. I've taken the dog out. I've read. And now I'm going to eat this yogurt and granola. I also made a hot chocolate that I iced because it was so much. And I was just like, oh my God. But yeah. So I'm probably just going to watch a little bit of YouTube. Either YouTube or Blossoms in Adversity. And then go back to reading. And then go work out. I'm slowly getting back in the gym. I've already kind of restarted. In the last month and a half, 2 months, my eating habits, I think my eating habits are a lot better than they used to be. But I still need to eat more. That's the thing. Sometimes I'm so lazy when it comes to cooking or even ordering and anything that I'll just be like, whatever. I don't feel like cooking, so I guess I won't eat. And that is not how you should be. You should always eat. I need to get better at eating 3 meals a day because sometimes I only eat 1 or 2. And it's usually one big one, and then I'm gone for the rest of the day. I need to do better with that. So I'm eating at least something in the morning time. That's all that matters. Because again, I didn't feel like cooking today, so at least I'm eating something, you know? Hi, I'm back. It's only been 30 minutes to an hour. I would say 45 minutes an hour. And I have Chinese food and snacks. My mom went to the doctor today, and I always tell her, always text me when you're going to bring food or something like that back, because it's 90% of the time I'll make myself breakfast. I'll probably even make her breakfast, and then she'll be like, I'm home with breakfast, or I'll be like, oh, she'll probably bring home breakfast, so I won't eat, and then she brings home nothing. So I'm like, let me know when you're gonna bring back stuff. So she said, I'm bringing back food and snacks. I already ate my yogurt, right? But she brought back Chinese food, so I have Chinese food here. It's just chicken and fried rice. Chicken and fried rice. And she brought back snacks. I am a Slim Jims girly, and you can't say otherwise. I've never tried a chomps, but I have tried a different type of chomp, and they're fine, but they're not as good as a Slim Jim. But maybe I'll try chomps and like it a lot. And then some kids were selling chocolate. I mean, I used to sell this exact chocolate when I was in school and in Boys and Girls Club. And so I think she bought 2 of them, so I could have one, she could have one. And then she got me a Dr. Pepper. I don't drink much soda, but when I drink soda, it's usually cherry Dr. Pep. I don't do really any other Dr. Pep but cherry and original, I guess, but cherry Dr. Pep. And she got me another drink, but it's in the refrigerator because I didn't need 2. But yeah, I was watching Blossoms in Adversity when she texted me. I'm on episode 14, and I'm really enjoying this show a lot more than I did in the first 3-4 episodes, right? It's so good. I'm having a good time with it, but I'm gonna finish this episode and then I'm gonna watch something else. Then I'm gonna let my food settle for a while. So while it's settling, I'll probably be reading, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. Yeah, that's the plan. I also want to rake up some of the leaves, but I'll do that tomorrow, I think. I don't know. And I also want to practice my fluting because I haven't fluted in a minute. There's a lot of things I want to do. So let's start doing them. Maybe I'll see you guys outside with me when I do that stuff tomorrow. But yeah. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. So I haven't done much since last time we spoke. I'm about to go to the gym, but I just wanted to say that I braided my hair. Looks pretty decent. So that's done. And I'm about to go to the gym. I haven't read any more since I read this morning. So I'm still only 25% through Miss Bev Jinx. But I'm gonna go to the gym before I chicken out of going, and then take a shower, do all the things I need to do. I'm gonna get my headphones, my phone, change my clothes, and then we're going to the gym. Hello, I finished For Your Love by Miss Bev Jenkins. This is book 6 in the series. This was great. I don't know what I'm gonna give it. Honestly, they've never gotten lower than a 4, but this book was like honestly like perfect in my opinion. So I think it's gonna get a 5, just like everything else. I've only given two of her books 4 stars, and that was the novella and book 3, I believe. So, but both my Neilani Singh audiobooks came with a hold. One came with a hold yesterday or this morning, and the other one came with a hold like an hour ago. So that's book number 9 and 10 off of hold. So I will be reading those quite soon. Most likely, I'm going to start reading number 9 tomorrow. I also have book 7 in the Bev Jinx series over there too. So I'll start that one as well. And I'm also going to continue my reread of Miss Mercy Thompson. I started my reread because I was having a very big paranormal urban fantasy kick, right? So there's a video on my channel some videos back. I'll put a card right here, and it's rereading and annotating vlog, and I reread my Anne Bishop series. And then in August I started rereading my Mercy Thompson series because I finished it all last year. So I started rereading it this year, and I read books 1 through 7 in 1 month. And then I took a little break, and then I read number 8 yesterday. So I'm going to read 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 because there's 14, not including the 0.5 that has like short stories in it or novellas in them. So I'm going to read number 9 because number 9 is one of my favorite, and I'm going to see if it's still one of my favorites. But I had a good time. I'm reading things that I love, and I have 45 or 44 days to read this chonker of a book. So I think I want to read it with an audiobook. That'll help the time go by quicker. So I'm going to look for an audiobook. I know there's not one on Libby, and my library does not support Hoopla. So I think I'd have to get it from Audible, which makes me nervous because that's something you have to pay for. And what if I hate the book? I'm paying for something that I'm going to hate and might DNF. That's scary. So I don't know about that yet, but I will be getting an audiobook for it because I can. So if anybody knows of any other websites or apps that do good audiobooks, let me know, please, because I don't know many. I know the one that's now called Everend because it used to be called Scribed, but so I know Everend as well, but I don't know any others. Hopefully one that doesn't cost money, but honestly, don't they all cost money? The only one that doesn't is Libby and Hoopla, I'm pretty sure. But that's it for tonight. I did my hair. It's not the prettiest thing, but it's beautiful once the braids are taken out and I can have my fro out. So that's good. Ate dinner. All I have to do for the night is brush my teeth, which I'm not doing until I know for sure I'm done eating because I think I want to snack for a little bit. And then I'm going to continue watching Half Moon Joe because that's fun to do. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hello. So I wanted to have a calm day of gardening. Emphasis on the calm and cool. But the city decided to do some city work directly in front of my next door neighbor's home. So it won't be quiet. And now I have people probably staring at me. But this is the day I planned to, you know, work on the garden. So it's gonna be today regardless. So I have these 2 bins here. And these bins are gonna be my compost bins for right now. They don't have as many holes as I would like, but it's not bad. I also have compost here, and I have dirt here. All of this is dirt from just like all the gardening I've tried to do over the years. So I'm trying to, because dirt can't go bad. A lot of people, when they start gardening for the first time, their dirt gets dry and like it needs some TLC to get better. But so you can't throw away dirt. Dirt is dirt, right? So, but I put it all here. This is all the dirt from all of my failed experiments in gardening. So I was going to talk about books with you guys while I was doing this, but I mean, I still can. But for a lot of it, I'm trying to put enough dirt at the bottom. Oh my God. These are toilet paper rolls. This is counting as my brown litter. And then it's fall, so there's dry leaves everywhere. So let's get some dry leaves. Small twigs can go in there as well, as long as they're small. Gardening will put you into shape, because I am indeed tired already. But that's why I wanted to do this on a cool day, so that even if I get hot and tired, I still be cool. Okay, so I used up all the brown litter and compost that I had, so I don't need to fill them up too much. And I was gonna put them here, but I didn't clear as much dirt as I thought I would. So we're gonna put them on the porch. All right. Hello. So I went outside, did my composting. I thought I was gonna use up a lot more of the dirt that was on the ground, but I didn't. I didn't have much scraps. But Thanksgiving is coming up soon, so I know I'm gonna have a lot of scraps for Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna build on the compost that I have. And yeah, I took a shower, washed my face. I do need to eat something more substantial, but I don't feel like it right now. I haven't started any books yet. I'm going to start book 9 in the Nilani Singh series. What is this one called? Let's see. Can you tell pink and green are my favorite colors? I wonder if you can tell. Can you see the pink and the green? What am I looking for? Okay. I have many of things loaned out to me. Archangel's Heart is next. I have Archangel's Heart. I have Archangel's Viper. So that's 9 and 10. I have Fire Touch by Patricia Briggs. That's going to be for my reread. I'm so excited for it. The Inheritance of Orchidea Divina. And then I have Stepping to the New Day by Bev Jenkins. That's book number 7, I think. And then Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies. I have all of these books loaned out to me. So we should start reading today. Yes, we should. Yes, we should. I'm gonna start Archangel's Heart soon. And maybe Fire Touched. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you whenever I see you, I guess. Bye. Hello. It is the next morning. It's like 10 a.m., something like that. I've been up for a couple hours. I just came back downstairs to my room, so I haven't read anything yet. I woke up this morning and went straight to watching Blossoms in Adversity. I'm on episode 23 or 24. Having a great time with that. I was upstairs and I was just talking about some K-pop drama going on, because as I'm recording this, All Day Project just won the Day Song Award in Korea a couple days ago. That whole mess, I was yapping about it because I was like, oh my gosh, nepotism. But as Eugene would say, nepotism. But yeah, so I think today the books I shall be reading are Viper's book, that is book 10 in the Nalani Singh series. I'll be reading that today. I'll be starting that one. And I'll also, Vinland Saga came off a hold for me last night or this morning. I don't remember. 'Cause I fell asleep a little later than usual, like at 1 or like 2 a.m., which is not enough for me. But I still woke up at like 8 or 9, so I was like, okay. But yeah, I'm gonna start to reading book 10 in the Nalani Singh series, and Vinland Saga Volume 6 can't hold for me. I also want to try on my computer to see how to screen record and do all the stuff for games, because I do want to play some games and record them and do some stuff. But last time I tried, it was just like a black screen. So I need to watch some videos on it and then try to do it, because I would love to do like cozy, not too intense live streams of games. I want to start off with like cozy games, like or single player games like Minecraft and what is it called? Stardew Valley, Coral Island, those organizing games, like all of those games. I would love to play some of those on stream, on live, and y'all could just like have me in the background. That would be great. So I just have to make sure the setup is correct, cause yeah, cause I don't have a full like gaming setup, but I do have all the things that I need to start, doing that. So yeah, I just gotta watch some videos, because last time I did it, I tried to do it by myself, and it didn't work out so well. I was, So we shall see. We shall see. And yeah, I'm supposed to go to the gym today. My arms are sore. I worked it on Monday, and now it's Wednesday, so I'm gonna work out today, and it'll be my lower body. I'm not trying to go crazy the first time through, so we're gonna, calm it down. And then tomorrow I gotta go to the eye doctor, because I need new glasses, new prescription, because I could feel it. I could feel my eyes becoming blinder. And we'll see what I get up to today. I was supposed to do my journaling, my scrap journaling, yesterday, but I looked at all the stuff I need to put in there, and I got overwhelmed, so I started just to play Sudoku. So, and I do want to play some more Sudoku, because my brain is starting to get smooth. I couldn't complete a Sudoku yesterday. Like, I'm in the intermediate section of my Sudoku right now, and because I've completed all the easy ones, but Jesus, I'm in the intermediate, and it's not going well. They're hard. They're harder than the easies, and so I need to, finish some. I would love to finish some. So yeah, I think right now I'm not in the mood. Actually, I am in the mood to read, so we probably will start to read. Actually, I'm not in the mood to go work out right now. So what I'm going to do is probably read a good chunk of Realizing Book 10, then just watch some TV for a little bit and play Sudoku, and then probably look into the streaming stuff. Let me know in the comments, what are the best days for you guys to go to do live reading sprints? What is the best days for you guys to, like, what days, what times, what games you would like me to play and watch me play, what games we can play together that are like we could add people into them. Like, for instance, I don't know how many people of you guys like play like scary games, but a lot of scary games are multiplayer and you can just invite people. But yeah, and I haven't played a scary game ever. I've only watched people play scary games, so I don't know about that one. But even if it's a scary game, no matter what the game is, just put them in the comments, and we can see about it. What games you want me to play? What games you wouldn't mind playing with me? What times and days are the best for reading sprints and stuff like that? It would be fun. So yeah, all right. See you later. Hello, everyone. I have actually left my house. Woo! Well, it's Thursday, and right now my mom has a doctor's appointment in there behind me. But after that, I'm going to the eye doctor to get a new prescription because, girl, your girl is blind. And then we're just gonna go around doing things. So while I'm waiting on her, look at this purse. Isn't this purse beautiful? I got it for my birthday. But while we're waiting on her, we can start a new book. So last night I finished book 10 in the Nailani Singh series. And what was that book called? Archangel's Viper. And this is the lowest rating I've ever given one of her books so far, and it's a 3, because I felt like it wasn't great. And the reason it wasn't great is Nailani Singh does this thing where we're on book 10, but some of these books aren't with the main characters, right? They aren't with the main couple, right? So every once in a while you get a book that's from a side character, them getting their love, their romance, their problems. What is this car doing? I'm telling you, I don't have my license. And it just shows me how many people shouldn't also have their license. But whatever. And this book follows 2 characters that we know nothing about, basically. And a lot of her side characters are like that because, there's mystery behind them, and then you find out what those mysteries are in their book. But when I say, like, we don't even have much dialogue from these 2 characters, because one of the characters is named Venom, and you see him the most in books like 1, 2, and 3, but not even 3 that much, so like 1 and 2 the most, right? We are on book 10. Like, so far the side characters that have had their own plot are Dimitri, Nasir, Jason, and then this one would be the 4th person, and that's Venom, right? And the thing about that is we know so much more, or we've seen so much more of those 3. Jesus, this car. Okay. Let's just wait a moment so that they can go by. Well, they're not go by. They just parked right next to me. Out of all the cars. Oh, they parked right next to me. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that some stuff? So we're going to act like we're doing something. Hopefully they don't hit this car with their door. Because again, this is a very empty parking lot. And they parked right next to a car. Okay. He was like, ah-hee-hee-ha, ah-hee-hee-hell. But he was nice. Okay. Anyways, yeah, it's like we don't know much about these characters. Both characters we've heard about, we've known about, we've seen, they've talked to, but it's just not as there's like, it's like having a random book in the middle of a series. Honestly, that's what it felt like to me, having a random book in the middle of a series you've known and grown with the characters, right? And I was like, why did they put Viper before Ilium and Adon? And it's because I think Ilium and Adon are going to take multiple books, and it's not just going to be one book, I don't think. But yeah, so while she's in there, I don't even think she's going to be in there that long, because she said half the time they tell her to go to an appointment, it could have been an email. So, but we're going to start the next book in the Beverly Jenkins series because I've had it on hold. I've had it for a minute. So yeah, we're going to read this. And after this, then we're going to read some physical TBR books. Oh my God, so exciting. Woo! But yeah, so I'm going to put my headphones in and we're going to read a little bit. So everybody just wants to park next to me today. 2 big black trucks. Now I gotta pretend my phone is interesting again. Anyways, I gotta open this, Stepping to the New Day. Anyways, that's the one I'm reading. This is book number I love a man. They just get out their car immediately. This is Stepping to a New Day. This is book number 7 or 8 in the series. So, let's get into it. Guess who's back home and is already in bed? Me. Okay, so what I did today, I first went to my mother's doctor's appointment with her, and then we went to my eye exam, which we were walking, so whatever. But let me tell you, this is what happened. We were in the waiting room for like 15-20 minutes already, right? Then they called me back to do that, gunshot to the eye puff exam and to look at that little house. And then we went to the second, and then I went to the second waiting room. And I was like the second or third person to be in that waiting room. Right? There was a lady there first, and then I think another lady, she was getting like something else done because she got her like pupils dilated and things like that. So she was getting more things done than me. I just wanted to know what my prescription was. So the first lady went back, she did her thing. The second lady went back, but she was doing more. She was getting her eyes dilated. I'm the third person, right? And then another woman came in after me. And I was like, okay, whatever. So the first lady does her stuff, she leaves. The second lady comes out, her eyes are still dilated, so she can't leave yet, but she's just sitting in the waiting room. Then he goes to the reception desk. The guy who's doing everybody's eye exams. Why is there only one man? He must run the place, but he don't want nobody else to run. Okay, whatever. He says loud so we can all hear. I was already supposed to take my lunch break and I haven't taken it yet, so I'm gonna take one more person back there, and then whoever's left has to just come back after my lunch break. So mind you, I was there third. There's a girl there fourth. He said, they were like, so who do you want to take back there? And he said, I'll just take this one. And he picks up the girl that came in after me. So what does that mean? So the receptionist comes back and says, hey, so he has to take his lunch break. So the woman he just took back there, the one who came in after me, he's gonna take care of her, and then he's gonna go on his lunch break, and then we'll call you in around an hour so that you can do yours. And I'm like, okay. We go to Ollie's and we go just get something to eat, some fast food real quick to eat. And then I go back in, and almost immediately he takes me. Like, I sit in the waiting room for like a minute. I'm like, hey, I'm back. You don't have to call me. So if he's ready, I'm ready. She takes me to the second waiting room, and then immediately she's like, I sit down for like 4 seconds, and she's like, all right, he's ready for you. And I go, he does the test. I have my prescription now. And as I'm walking out, I have a problem with saying no to people or no thank you, or like, those people who just be like, hey, can I like, who's a like just randomly in a store on the side of the sidewalk, be like, hey, can I tell you about this phone plan? It's really hard for me to ignore, because so the woman, like, after you come out the eye place, you look around at the glasses and stuff like that, right? But for me, I like to get my glasses from an online site. So that's why I just came there for my prescription, because I feel like my prescription is getting a little hazy in these glasses and all my other ones, because I haven't been for eye prescription for 3 years. It was 2022, so the last time I went, and so that's all I needed was my prescription, and I was gonna go online and get some glasses. But the lady had no one in her shop, her side of the section where you look at glasses, and she's like, well, we're having a 2 for $39. I was like, okay, I'll look for a second. And she took my prescription. Well, she didn't take it. She was like, she just handed it. I just handed it, like, because she was like, can I see your prescription? And I was like, So I looked around for a little bit, but the thing is, I wasn't gonna get any of them because they were all ugly. And I liked a couple of the wire ones, but other than that, they were all ugly. Because do you know that those glasses that you see only children wear, only those thick, plasticky looking, usually like rectangular, ovally glasses? I wore those throughout my childhood because it seems like all the glasses that all children wear, to be honest. I hated the look of those. I think my face looks better in bigger glasses like this, or like the brown ones you might have seen me wear before, but not those. Like, I just... So I went to her and she's like, did you pick some? I was like, no. Can I get my prescription back? And I said, maybe I'll come back. Knowing damn well I wasn't gonna come back. And I left. And then we were supposed to go to the mall, but it's boiling hot in the middle of November, so that's out the question. So we went to Goodwill. And we always go to Goodwill for books and just like little, we didn't really find much. We only got a couple of things, but all I got was one thing, and it's a figurine. Hold on, let me grab it for you. It's wrapped in a whole bunch of paper. I'll show it in a different clip. I don't feel like getting it right now. But it's a black figurine. It's called Ebony Figurines. And it's just a line of black figurines, black people figurines. And I'm guessing it came out in a time where, you didn't see yourself much in dolls or figurines. But it's a very pretty, like, angel-y one. So I think it's going to be like a Christmas decor. I just don't know where it's going to go yet. It's either go in my bedroom or my bathroom. But it kind of seems disrespectful to put it in my bathroom. I have a whole windowsill that just has nothing on it. It has just a couple like puzzles and like knickknacks on it. So I think I might decorate it for Christmas, and maybe the figurine can go on top of the windowsill. That's what I'm thinking. But I need to get more stuff to put, with it. So that's all I did. I read around 65 pages of Miss Beverly Jenkins, and it was going really well. I only read mainly in the car, and then I read like 1 or 2 pages in the actual waiting room. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to that though. That's what I want to do anyways. So I'm probably play some games on my iPad, Cooking Fever on my iPad, and watch some TV and read. Just go back and forth between those two things. We'll see what I get up to. Bye. Hello. It's night time. It's 10:47 p.m. It's a little past my bedtime, but I have glasses on. But I just wanted to update you guys. I finished my Bev Jinx book. I gave it like a 4 to a 4.5. I don't know. It just didn't give me that oomph that I like to get from my Bev Jinx books. But it was still top tier. So, not much to complain about. Not much to really talk about. It's a great book, but it's also book number 7. So I can't say much without, spoiling things to come. But also, I need to start reading some physical books for this month. Technically, in my monthly stack of books, 7 are mine. However, one of those is a reread, so it goes back on the shelf regardless. 3 of them have been read. 3 have been read, 1 DNF'd, and 2 I haven't read. Right? So 1 is a reread, 1 I haven't read. 1, 2, 3, 4 I have read, and 1 I DNF'd. That was a lot. I don't even know those numbers added up, but whatever. I need to read more TBR books, just to say I've read some more TBR books from my shelves. So I have, like I told you guys earlier this week, every time I go on vacation, someone dies. And I also have The Inheritance of Orchidia Divina. I don't have the urge for either, but I know for a fact if I give these books back, I won't get them for a very long time. I learned my lesson from the other book I gave back and I haven't seen since, Vampires of El Norte. I've learned my lesson, so I'm gonna read them. I have 8 days for every time I go on vacation, and I have 9 days for The Inheritance. So I'm gonna read those next. Just to say that I've read some more physical TBR books, to be honest. And I have the little bit of an urge to read a middle grade fantasy because I'm 4 months behind on Gavin Reads It All. So I was trying to catch up, and he was doing a fantasy challenge thing for a video, and he read a middle grade, and he didn't enjoy it. He liked it, but he was like, he's just past his middle grade era. But seeing it and just seeing somebody read it made me reignited to read it myself. So I might read that. It's called The Witch. That's all I got for you. I don't remember anything else, to be honest. The Witch, the Sword, and the Cursed Knights. Why was that so hard to find? Oh, this is a series? Oh, I don't know about that. Anyways, we'll see what I get up to. I kind of don't want to read either of those 2 books, but at the same time, no, that's it. Because I was going to say at the same time, I thought the second I give it back, I'm going to want to read it, and that's going to piss me off. But at the same time, do I care that much? No. Because right now, if something like It's Elementary came up hold, I honestly think I'd read it immediately. I don't know. Should I give them back? I have a habit of giving books back when they still have so much time left for me to read them. But I'm going to give back every time I go on vacation someone dies. And I'm also going to give back The Inheritance. I gave them back. Did you guys know that happened? I just found that out recently. I gave them both back. Will I regret it? Absolutely, I'll regret it. And that's okay, because I don't want to read it right now. I really don't. So and there's 1 copy in use. That's why it gives me anxiety. There are many things available. So let's look at the books that are available. Available now. I could start the Hush series. I forgot what the series is called. Hush series. I could read Kill the Queen, Somewhere in the Deep, Hidden Figures, King's Dragon, Temper, The First Binding, It Waits in the Forest, Midnight Rooms, The Angel of Darkness, Real Life, Gone Wolf, Blood Heir, The Bladed Faith. That might be fun. Forged by Blood, Nightbirds. Let's pick a short one. Dear Justice is very short, but I don't know if I'm ready for that trauma. I'm gonna borrow Whiteout, and I'm also going to borrow Frankly in Love, and I'm also going to borrow both of those books. See my books I'm going to unhaul and or DNF, so that's how I'm picking them. And I'm also going to pick King's Dragon. Those are 3 physical TBR books, and I don't understand why I keep on picking books before the ones I just selected, because these are a lot older on my shelf. I think King's Dragon is one of the oldest books on my shelf that I haven't read. I keep on picking books to read that I just recently received. Like Kill the Queen, that was from last vlog. The Inheritance, every time I go on vacation. All of those are books that I've recently got. Like, I got Kill the Queen for my birthday. That was in September. And then I got Inheritance, and every time I go on vacation, around like July, Augusty time too. So I don't know why I keep trying to read these books that I just got when I have older books on my shelf. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys when I actually read something. Bye. So I'm already DNFing one of these books. Because what is this? Boring, confusing, feels like I've been dropped in the middle of the story. I don't know what's going on. Too many character names. The chapters are weirdly... There's been a lot of books recently. This is an older book, but there's been a lot of books recently that do this thing where they drop you in the middle of something and don't explain nothing. And there's some stories that drop you in the middle and you can tell it'll slowly get ebbed out to you, right? But then there are other stories like this one that drop you in the middle of something and you know they're not going to do that. This is one of those books. Not for me. No. I just don't have much to say on it. This was not good. I am 57 pages in, and that's where it ends for me. So, woo for that. I have 2 other books that I borrowed from the Libations, right? Libby. That's Frankly in Love by David Yoon, and Whiteout by an assortment of authors. And I think I'm going to start this one because it's thinner. This one is 2 friends, 1 fake dating scheme. What could possibly go wrong? I don't like fake dating stories. We'll see about this one. But yeah, I'm going to start them both today. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, that's enough of this one. DNF. I'm over it. Good riddance. Hello. I just finished Whiteout, and I actually finished it. So, that's good. Another book off my TBR. One of my older books on my TBR. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 to a 4-star. It's a very quick read, very easy read, to be honest. I don't know if I want to keep it or not. Like, it was a good book, but I don't know. It's not a book I would reread per se. A lot of these authors I love, like Danielle Clayton wrote The Marvelers. Nick Stone wrote Dear Martin and I Went Out, which I both love those. Nicola Yoon wrote Instructions for Dancing, which is one of my favorite books of all time. Angie Thomas wrote The Hate You Give, which I haven't read yet, but I own now. And Tiffany D. Jackson also wrote a lot of books that I'm very interested in reading, but I haven't read yet. And actually Woodfolk is the only one I never heard of. But because of this, I would love to read all of these ladies more. I already know I love Nick Stone and all of them, but yeah, so that's good. I haven't started Frankly in Love, and I might give that one back because I don't know if I'm in the mood for a fake dating YA thick book like that, because that book is thick as hell. But I still have 13 days left, so I just got it yesterday, so I have time. But I will start Fire Touch by Patricia Briggs tomorrow. But I do need to eat dinner. I made dinner today. So, yeah. Let's go get dinner. And then watch the rest of my C-drama. I am almost done with Blossoms in Adversity. I am on episode 36. And there's 40 episodes in all. I've been getting through them. Like, today I watched like 7 episodes. So good. This show is one of my favorites. But towards the end of every C-drama, towards the end, I just start not to care. Because randomly, at the end of a C-drama, they'll start killing off random characters. They'll start going into plots that no one asked for. And that's what's starting to happen. It happens in every single historical drama. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so I'm gonna go eat. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Hello everyone. So today is the last day of the vlog. Not much to say. So I don't remember the last time I updated you guys, but let's go back a couple days. So I finished Whiteout, which is one of the 3 books that I borrowed from Libby, right? I finished Whiteout. I'm gonna give it 3 stars because the more I think about it, the more that rating goes down. And let me tell you why. The main reason that that rating goes down so low is because of certain characters. Basically, the story is written by 6 authors, and 5 out of the 6 I've known and read or know of, right? And each chapter follows a different couple, which I'm guessing each author wrote a couple, and then they each wrote a chapter for that one continuous couple in the story, right? Many of the stories I was like, not good, right? There's one about a rapper and like a girl who they were known just as they were like children. I didn't like that one. I didn't like the continuous story throughout. I didn't like that at all because the main character, her name is Stevie, or their name is Stevie, because I'm pretty sure they go by they, them, but they don't know it yet. And they had a breakup type of thing with their girlfriend, and I did not like that at all. I felt like basically the girlfriend gave Stevie an ultimatum saying, if you don't apologize by midnight on this day, we're not going to be together. One, I already didn't like that. But the reason I didn't like that story is, one, the parents of that girl, I don't think are good parents. And I don't think Stevie has good parents either. And I don't like things getting introduced that are never talked about again. Like, you see how rude and disrespectful Stevie's parents are, and that's just the end of it. You don't see them again. And then her significant other's parents, right? Stevie basically comes to a family dinner high and smelling weird and doing all this stuff, right? She had taken some muscle relaxers, and she took too many, and now she's a little loopy, right? And she works in a laboratory, or she, works in a laboratory, and so that's why she smells weird. And because she came straight from the laboratory to the family dinner. So she was a little loopy. And in my opinion, she has autism. And so she talks very straightforward without like beating around the bush or anything like that. And so Stevie's just talking, and the significant other's family feels embarrassed. Basically, the mom basically kicked Stevie out and was like, you seem high. There's so much going on. I don't like it. You need to leave my house. Mind you, this mom has met Stevie many, many times. Like, this was supposed to be the announcement of them being together in a relationship instead of just being best friends. And my thing is, you as the significant other's parents, this child has come over to your house many, many times. You know she's autistic. You know she works in the laboratory. You know this is not her normal self. So you kick out a young, impressionable child who has to be no more than like 16 years old, when you think she's high, and tell her to get home, doesn't make sure she comes home safely or anything, and including the significant other didn't do it either. And it's like, I did not like that couple at all. I didn't like anybody in that story except for Stevie, and that story just pissed me the hell off. And 2 other stories pissed me off too, and they were like, so I was like, it's getting a 3-star. It's getting unhauled. It's getting booted. Now, the other one is King's Dragon. I already told you guys I DNF'd that one at 56 pages in. I don't like when stories put you in the middle of something and, like, you know for a fact they're not gonna make this work for you. You know for a fact they're not gonna go back and be like, so you know that part that you didn't understand because we just dropped you in the middle? It's getting explained in chapter 42. That wasn't gonna happen. I didn't like the story. I didn't like the writing. I didn't care for the plot. It just wasn't it for me. And then the 3rd book, I never started. I gave it back because I was like, I'm over it. I don't want to read it right now. So, because it's fake dating, it deals with racism and all that stuff. I was like, I don't feel like, I don't feel like doing that right now. And then, lastly, I read and finished Fire Touched yesterday. That's one of my favorite Patricia Briggs, Mercy Thompson books. So I'm glad I enjoyed it. I'm glad I liked it. That's what I did. Did I read anything else? No, I don't think so. But I think I'm gonna do that again. Just pick like the 5 oldest or 5 books that I feel like I might get rid of, and do a video just like that. That would be interesting. So yeah, I've read 21 books this month, something like that. And that's including the DNFs. But yeah. But I might take the one that I didn't read and borrow it again because I didn't. It's always available for the most part, except for every once in a while. So I might borrow it again, but I might borrow it with a couple other books that have been on my shelves for quite a while and do it that way. Yeah. And then I think I told you guys already, I finished Blossoms in Adversity, and it was such a great series. I had a great time watching it, and it was really, really good. And I'm just about to start, you see right there, Perfect Match, because it has a lot of the characters I've seen in other shows in it. And so like the double, the main guy, he's from the double, and then also one of the sisters is from the double, and then the main girl I just watched in Blossoms in Adversity, but I also watched In Love in the Clouds. So I'm gonna start Perfect Match. I'm only 12 minutes in, and then I want to play some games today. So I think I'm gonna play Minecraft today. If I read, I'm most likely gonna be starting a new Neilani Singh book, or the next reread in the Mercy Thompson series. I am very excited about that. But I think right now, because that concept got me very excited, I think I'm gonna go around and pick a stack of books that have been on my shelves for quite a while. And I think one of those books is gonna be The Priory of the Orange Tree, which is my last book to read for 2023 and 2025, because that is one of the older books on my shelf. I've had it for at least 2 years now, and none of my books are that old, so I think the oldest might be, like, when I bought them, might be 5 years, like in 2020. But I don't even think so. I think maybe 2021, 2022 at the latest. So I might just do that right now and start collecting. I'll get back to you on that one. I'll show you the stack of books when I get them. I found the stack. If you're wondering why I'm always laying on my bed like this, it's because I don't feel like getting my thingy to prop everything up. But I found a stack of books that I want to do this for. So I'll give you a sneak peek of some of the books, or all of the books, I don't really care. But if you want to see that vlog whenever it comes out, you'll know what the books are. First is Irish fairy tales. I had this since I was a baby. When my mom she was in the military and she went to Ireland. So she's always bought me like small books or like stuffed animals when she was away. And this is one of them, because I don't think I ever read it. So it's just folk tales. This will never be, given away or being on hold or anything. See, look, that's my mom. She says, to Karen, that's me. Love, mommy, always and forever. And it says it says 25 of May, 08, Shannon, Ireland. So I will read this. Obviously, it will never be on hold or anything, but it will still be read. And then I have this book. This is called Messalina, Devourer of Men. This looks diabolically crazy, right? It's very interesting. Let me read you a little bit of the synopsis. Eva Cavell is a woman with an embarrassing secret. She is sexually frustrated and is convinced that her size and race intimidates men. In an attempt to relieve her sexual tension, every Thursday, Eva goes to a local movie theater and allows desperate strangers to fondle her in the dark. She allows no eye contact, no phone numbers, and definitely no names. During one of her escapades, renowned artist Jared Delaney, a smooth southern gentleman with irresistible violet eyes, has Eva breaking her own rules. He has been watching Eva on her weekly visits and sees through her icy defense and straight through to the hot passion burning underneath. Expect to be framed. And then it goes into more. I don't want to read more. I don't want to know what this book is about. Doesn't that sound diabolically crazy? And then I have this one. It's called Gotham Diaries. I think when I read it back then, it just sounded like rich people mess, and that sounds interesting. So let's read it again, because I don't remember. In this clever, tantalizing, absorbing novel, Tanya Lewis guide us through the world of luxury, class, style, and extravagance with an incredible view of Manhattan. From the bedroom to the boardroom, to the art world, to the philanthropic jet set, to the hottest spots, this moving story explores seduction, scandal, excess, betrayal, desire, dreams, and deception through one-of-a-kind characters. Sounds interesting to me. So that will be read. And then I have this one. So this one is actually a book 2 to something else. I didn't know at the time, but it gave off vibes of Uncharted, like the video game Uncharted. So, but let's read. So I don't want to really read the substance of book 2, but let's just do it. Yesterday was August Adams' birthday. It didn't go well. Today is worse. He's being chased / lied to, knocked out, shot at, tied up with his ex-wife and young son in the freezing belly of a plane on the way to the bottom of the world. Sounds fun. So I need to read book 1 to read book 2. And if I don't like book 1, I'm not reading book 2 and it's getting on hold immediately. And then I have this one, and this is The Vampire Sextet. I did pick it up for the title alone, right? And like, I love the way they look on the cover. They look like the Van Helsing, those hot women from the vampires from that. But I also read the synopsis back then, and I thought it was funny. It was a dark and stormy night. Well, maybe not. What is this? And I believe it is multiple authors writing just vampire stories, because then it says here you'll find stories that range from the nostalgic to the contemporary, the poignant to the savage, the romantic to the carnal, each taking you beyond the veil of death to pierce the swirling depths of dark desire. So there's this one. And then last but not least, it would be Frankly in Love. And it says 2 friends, 1 fake dating scheme. What could possibly go wrong? And then the blurb is gonna be like, ugh, because I don't know if I'm gonna read this right now. It says, I loved this book, which miraculously manages to be a love story, a treatise on racism, a peek into adolescence, and a welcome to Korean American culture. It's the racism part. I'm just not in the mood for racism right now, you know? Usually people aren't in the mood for racism, but you know. I like the end papers. Ooh, this is a nice, I like this color, but I also like the end papers. But let's read the first paragraph or 2. Frank Lee has 2 names. There's Frank Lee, his American name, and then there's Sung Min Lee, his Korean name. No one uses his Korean name, not even his parents. Frank barely speaks any Korean. He was born and raised in Southern California. Even so, his parents expect him to end up with a nice Korean girl, which is a problem since Frank is finally dating the girl of his dreams, Britt Means. Britt, who is smart and nerdy just like him. Britt, who makes him laugh like no one else. Britt, who is white. Interesting. Okay. As Frank falls in love for the very first time, he's forced to confront the fact that while his parents sacrificed everything to raise him in the land of opportunity, their traditional expectations don't leave a lot of room for him to be a regular American teen. Desperate to be with Britt without his parents finding out, Frank turns to family friend Joy Song, who is in a similar bind. Together, they come up with a plan to help each other and keep their parents off their backs. Frank thinks he's found the solution to all his problems, but when life throws him a curveball, he's left wondering whether he ever really knew anything about love or himself at all. In this moving novel, debut author David Yoon talks on the question of who am I, with the result of a humorous, heartfelt, and ultimately unforgettable. That doesn't sound bad. It reminds me of a lot of YA books I read, because YA is my favorite for romance and contemporary, because they talk about life the best. They talk about racism the best. They talk about social class the best. I think a lot of adults don't realize the trauma that they have when they write books, because they don't be good about writing stuff like that. So usually when it's traditionally published, I don't read adult traditionally published romance that much anymore. I read indie traditionally published, but when it comes to YA, I love a traditionally published YA romance, because they dive deep into conversations that adults don't dive deep into. So I don't mind reading this. It's just like, I'm not in the mood for racism right now. But these are the books I'm gonna read. Isn't that exciting? They looked fun. They looked interesting. So yeah, I think I'm gonna and talking about books here. You might see some clips of me playing games later, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I've been recording since last Saturday, and it's next Sunday now, so it's been over a week, and yeah, I'm happy about this. I'm glad I did this. I've loved doing weekly vlogs now, so yeah, and I hope you guys have an amazing, no DNFs, all 5 stars, great new books, smaller TBRs, reading day, week, month, or year. And I hope you have some new suggestions. I hope some of these books that I'm about to read for a different vlog might interest you. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.